Hello, hello, everybody. Epic weekend for SummerSlam Night 2. Here we go. Happy to see we've got some people in the room already. Ooh, it jumped up real quick. Everybody's excited for SummerSlam. So, who here is actually watching SummerSlam tonight? Huh? I want responses, y'all. Oh, it looks like Charlotte is paying homage to Alexa Bliss with pink in her hair. Jade is giving Flower Goddess and her rival. Chelsea Green has to get her little photo with the step and repeat. My girl Tiffy arriving looking good. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think I just decided my prediction for the ladder match just now. Just now. I'll tell you when the time comes. Seth Rollins arriving in his Shield mask. Roman, who we definitely think is going to be retaining tonight. Besides it being night 2, and besides me asking who actually watched last night? Huh? Let's see here. So in the description bar for the stream, I have a place where you all can send tips if you want to send tips on Throne, Cash App, through my own website, LillyLonestar.com. If you want to contribute for my delicious snacks for the night. Some highlights, they're showing the highlights right now. Some highlights from last night for me was obviously Obafemi winning, but we knew that would happen. It needed to happen. That was the whole point of them even having this. Another highlight for me was I thought the Randy Orton run-in, that was great and really enjoyed that. But I think there's a couple of matches tonight. Maybe I'm a bit more excited to see. Let's see. I got the match listing right here so I can talk about the ones I'm excited for. I think the women's ladder match is going to be very good. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. I mean, we've seen it a million times, but I did enjoy some of their back and forth promos against each other. I thought Roman actually did a really good job. But the two that I'm super excited for in the undercard are obviously Danhausen and Dominic Mysterio. That's going to be really fun. And I actually think Penta versus Chad Gable is going to be really good as well. Now, here's the deal. I have no idea who's going to win with Penta versus Chad Gable because, is this Chad Gable's flowers for what a great match he had when it was El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano, and they're going to make a change, or are they just going to keep it on Penta because Penta is he's Penta. He's so amazing. He's so over. Everybody loves him. So it's going to be hard to say. But first match of the night is Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn. And while I don't watch SmackDown, I do have my opinions already. And I actually think personally, without watching any of the lead up to this, I think Finn Balor is going to win. That's just a completely biased prediction because of the fact that I like Finn Balor. And I don't like Sami Zayn. So I would rather Finn Balor win. And this is to be, a number one contender for the world title. Finn Balor would be far more interesting, in my opinion, than Sami Zayn. And if Sami Zayn loses, this actually helps his story move along, being this angry, maybe entitled or pity me type of heel character he's going into. I don't know. I was just thinking about, with the whole Rhea situation, about how Rhea, will get her title back essentially when she comes back. However, they're going to do that. The title is not completely vacated. The title is just like on hiatus. I don't remember their terminology they're using. About how Finn Balor had to give his title up immediately the night after SummerSlam 2016. So, yeah, I think Finn Balor, it's time. It's been 10 years. He's ready to have that title again. And I actually feel like, even though I don't watch SmackDown, that there's a lot of good stuff happening over on SmackDown, and I just don't get to see it. People say it's a slog, but I don't know. Sounds like people are feeling Sami Zayn, but I don't know. No justice for Sami tonight. It is going to be all Finn Balor. That's what I say. I'm full on Finn Balor going to win. Sami Zayn, and maybe Sami Zayn will do like a Bret Hart and destroy the place after he loses. That'd be kind of interesting, right? I guess we'll see. I'm chewing Icebreaker's gum, so when you drink water with it, it makes your mouth extra cold. That's just kind of a funny little thing happening. All right. I'm going all in on Finn Balor. I don't think Sammy's going to win. I'm not interested in Sammy winning. Oh, Nick Aldis. What does he have to say? He's back, baby. Get rid of this gum, so I'm not chomping on gum on the stream. I've made the executive decision to add a participant to this matchup. They're adding somebody? What? Gunther? Oh, well, that changes things now, doesn't it? Oh, my goodness. I mean, yeah, Sammy will be very mad. Well, that's juicy. That definitely makes for a more interesting matchup. I still am going all in on Finn Balor, though. But all right, wow. You know what I got to say for Gunther? I don't even know what you would refer to this as. It's just giving him props. At Royal Rumble, he had his match with AJ Styles, and then he goes and he does the Rumble. And then here he is. He had a match last night, and now he's going to have a match tonight. You got to give Gunther his props for being a workhorse, right? As long as Sami Zayn loses, I guess I don't really care. I just don't like Sami Zayn. But, I'm still rooting for Finn Balor. But this definitely makes things a lot more interesting. And I had no idea that this is what was going to happen. I don't think anybody did. This is meant to be a surprise. All right. Here we go. Triple threat match. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nick Aldis has more news. Fatal four-way. Is it going to be Randy? Kevin Owens. Oh my God. I mean, people have been knowing he's making his comeback, but well, it's going to be Kevin Owens is going to win the match. Oh my. Actually, I'm not a Kevin Owens fan, but I do love to pop for a return. Wow. That's really going to help boost this Sammy heel turn. Well, this is exciting. This is definitely, oh, there's a girl crying. You want to know something very interesting? I actually think Kevin Owens' wife is not bad looking, and, you know, based off of what he looks like and the fact that he's, you know, a stocky white male, you wouldn't expect him to have a decent looking wife, but he does. I was really surprised. Maybe she sees BBC on the side, and that makes it more interesting. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Are you watching SummerSlam? I can't really figure out how to pronounce your name. Is it Sibri? But welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I know it is a huge return. So now that Kevin Owens is here, who do you got? I had Finn Balor, but now I've got Kevin Owens. This is why you don't make prediction videos, because things like this happen and then it all changes what's going to happen, right? That's exciting. Definitely is kicking off tonight on a good foot. Sami Zayn is not happy. Got to be KO or Gunther. Well, I mean, I think it's going to be KO. I don't think it's going to be Gunther. Maybe Gunther. Well, I guess Gunther and Sami Zayn has had, you know, a feud in the past. All right, here we go. I mean, KO starting hot. I heard he was on a podcast recently saying that, like, nobody from WWE was talking to him and stuff. And I honestly think that was a whole work just because they didn't want to spoil his surprise of return. That's what I'm convinced. I didn't watch it. That was just one of those things where people give the news. And so maybe that's paraphrasing. Surprised he's back so soon. Me too. But, I mean, they could have made his injury seem like it was going, I mean, it could be a bad injury, like, you know, he had to leave, but they might have just kept it more. Oh, they're hugging. Are we going to get, for now? Yep. It's about an opportunity, and Sammy ain't the one. I mean, Sammy's in this match to be the punching bag now that it's turned into a fatal four-way. Everybody must be really excited to have this return. Welcome to the stream, Artem. Are you watching SummerSlam right now, or are you just tuning into the stream? He's going fast too. I know. I mean, he's back. He's not working, obviously injured. He's 100% cleared because he is high flying for being a big boy. The only thing I would say is I think that he's going to have this dominance at the beginning, and then he's going to chill out. They're going to let everybody else do some stuff, but then he's going to get that win. That's what I think. Yeah, I mean, nobody's predictions would be holding true once you added 2 more people. Yeah, that's a great prediction. Thank you. I love to think about the strategy and the psychology of a match. I find that to be one of the more fun aspects of being a wrestling fan. Sometimes you can just make a prediction or whatever based off of a bias, but nowadays with everything like Unreal and all the podcasting and just the formulaic nature, it's a lot more fun to analyze to come up with your predictions. That's why I don't do prediction videos either, because who would have known? Who would have known? I think that they're going to, everybody but Sammy will probably still come off looking strong because Sammy's the only person who can be kind of the little wimp. Sami Zayn seems like he almost might just try to hide and come and get little opportunities to win rather than seems like he almost might just try to hide and come and get little opportunities to win rather than, you know, fighting the whole match. We'll see though. We'll see. It's chilly in here. What is the AC set to? All right, Finn's going up top. Coup de grace. Missed. So one thing I say to you all who are here on the stream with me, in case there is a delay, don't spoil endings. Don't talk about an ending unless you've seen me react to it already, because of the fact that you never know if I'm on a delay and then I might not know what you said or you might have spoiled it for me. Thank you. I definitely like the stream to be interactive. So y'all, I will do my part of just giving y'all my stream of consciousness. However, please chime in. Feel free to ask me any questions. And as long as I can answer them in a safe for work way, I will. Unless if it irritates me. I think when people ask an irritating question, they probably know deep down it's an irritating question. I told you Sami Zayn's gonna go for the little weasel type of win. So I have been a wrestling fan for a really, really long time. So I have been a wrestling fan since I was a kid. And I was watching probably what I shouldn't have been watching, which was Attitude Era WWE, and watching a lot. I actually, WCW Nitro was what got me into wrestling. That was where I started. Then I would fall off for a while and then I would come back. I was huge into wrestling in the 2010s, and I fell off in 2019 and didn't really come back again until last year. Nice. Yeah. So wrestling fan for a really long time. So I don't know. I missed the entire original Bloodline, but ooh, he got the knees up. Sammy got the knees up. But yeah, been a wrestling fan for a long time. And one thing that I figured I would do is, I know I'm not the only person who's a wrestling fan who also is in, you know, my realm of the internet. So I wanted to be able to speak to my followers, subscribers, and just, you know, the fan base, my peoples, while watching things like SummerSlam and WrestleMania, because you never know, it could bring us all together. Oh man, there's going to be a lot of false finishes here tonight, or at least in this match for sure, but the Fatal 4-Way. That was really nice. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm going to lose my voice for sure. Great crossover. Well, so one thing is, because I'm a wrestling fan, I love to make little references here or there when I'm making content or whatever. Like, so one of the things I love to do is say like, oh, it's true, it's true. And I also like this shirt is actually inspired by Enzo and Cass, the certified G shirt. So I made a certified QoS shirt with leopard print. I have a short here on YouTube that, oh, yeah, no way. But so, yes, I just love to have my little wrestling Easter eggs in. And if you guys, know what they are, cool. And if not, maybe y'all find out, right? All right, here we go. That haluva kick misses more than it makes, that's for sure. All right, KO. KO. We knew it. We knew it. And he pinned Sammy. So that's who his feud's with. Probably a really safe feud since that's his bestie. We knew it. I'm going to say since he got in this match and I predicted him, I'm gonna say it counts. So 1 for 1 already tonight. That was a good opening match. I think that really would have the people hyped up for it. Yeah, that was really juicy. Good quick start to night 1 or night 2. Exactly. We love to see it. Oh yeah. That was great. I knew Sammy would take the pin because he can take the pin, especially with where they're going with his character, the Weasley character. So Kevin Owens is now the #1 contender for CM Punk's title. That will be interesting for sure. I like it. I like it. Even though I'm not a KO fan, welcome back, bro. That was great. That was a classic. Oh, the Super Trooper guys. Can't believe there's now a Super Troopers 3. I feel like Super Troopers 2 just like passed over me. Oh, commercial break time. Oh, it's a preview for the movie. Still not interested in it. Fan or not, gotta love a return from injury. Oh, exactly. I will pop for a return even if I don't like the person, just because it makes it interesting. Here's the issue with wrestling right now is that it can be just so predictable. So when you get a return, you're like, okay, finally a new element. So I'm about it. All right, that was just a preview. The commercials are what drive me nuts. They got a ring covered in advertisements. They have a general blimp. They had Wingstop chairs last night. And I'm going to shut up for a second because, ooh, Trick Williams. 100% Trick Williams is going to retain because I do not believe Baron Corbin is back to be a winner. Baron Corbin, I never liked him back then. I don't like him now. Well, I mean, I haven't been watching SmackDown, but didn't like him then. Don't care about him now. Where did I get the shirt? I made this shirt, Certified QoS. I made this myself. Lilly Lonestar QoS design. Do you catch the reference, Howlmania, that it's a Enzo and Cass reference since they're supposed to be back tomorrow? Yeah, Baron should never win here. Yeah, he can only win like on the indies when he's the star. But yeah. Yes, so they're only saying Cass is coming back tomorrow night. But Enzo's coming back. Who cares about Cass without Enzo? Yes, I watched Big Bill on AEW. Not interested in him. So this shirt is actually not for sale. This is an exclusive I made just for myself because of the fact that it took a lot of work, but I could maybe set up a custom listing if this is a shirt that you would be interested in, Howlemania. But this is kind of a one of a kind because it's a wrestling reference. And it would be a little bit more money because it takes a little bit more work and a little bit more materials to create the look. Yeah, the Kevin Owens return was awesome, Zane. If you didn't have the stream on, I'm not actually a KO fan, but I will pop for any return because I like something exciting. And once he made his return, I said he was going to win, and so I'm 1 for 1 already tonight. Don't we love to see it? But, yep. So since I've got some people in the room and people are chatting, who thinks that it's not just Big Cass tomorrow, but it's going to be Enzo and Cass tomorrow? I won't be streaming tomorrow. I'll be watching that, at home like normal. I won't be streaming for Raw. That's just a little too much. I try to catch Raw a little bit late so I can fast forward through these dang commercials. I hope it's Enzo too. They're great together. I feel like you can't have Cass coming back without Enzo. And the fact that they've been kind of teasing all of that time that he was with Enzo, I feel like they would have just kind of forgot about that if they didn't want to. Kind of like how on Unreal, they just never talked about how Brock left all his stuff in and people thought he was retiring because of the fact that they knew they weren't doing that. They just ignore something if it's not a narrative they want to explore. They probably will. 11 years since they came out at Raw after SummerSlam 2015. I know, which is actually one of my favorite call-ups was when they came up because everybody knew who they were. I miss that era of NXT. I feel like NXT is so not like that anymore. When they call up people from NXT, it's kind of like, oh, yeah. Back then, when people got called up from NXT, everybody knew the shtick. We were talking along with them. It was great. So I think so. And I will pop big time for Enzo. I just think that I understand why he had beef, but you know what's funny is that everything's so different now in WWE. Unless if they're in Europe, they're not on tours with each other. So if he's not liked in the locker room because he's got a big mouth or whatever, that's not actually an issue now. Tours with each other. So if he's not liked in the locker room because he's got a big mouth or whatever, that's not actually an issue nowadays. I don't think so. We'll see. We'll see. But I'll pop for it. I guess too bad I won't be on stream, but there's no way. Streaming wrestling 2 nights in a row is enough because it disrupts some of my normal life business. All right, they're back. All right. Can't wait to see Trick Williams' entrance. Long events too. Exactly. They're longer, 2 nights, and then we still have tomorrow. It's like I need to be able to decompress and fast. There's going to be 1,010,000 commercials. Can you believe there's less commercials on this when there's still 1 million commercial on this? But we'll have commercials during every match tomorrow night. Commercials between the matches. It drives me nuts. I was really surprised Baron Corbin came back. I know he was on like Busted Open Radio or whatever. And on the indie. Didn't he show up at AEW not that long ago? The only thing I can say about Baron Corbin is the smartest thing he ever did was shave that nasty, ratty hair of his. Not that he looks cool, bald. I don't think that he necessarily pulls that like look off extremely well, but it's less pathetic looking. There's no way he's winning this title off a trick. No way. He's a big guy to make it look like a good win, but nobody wants to see him win. We've already talked about that. So my prediction for this match, Trick Williams, of course. You couldn't call me a real QOS if I was rooting for fucking Baron Corbin over the magnificent, amazing Trick Williams. The fact that Hayes is not in this spot kind of sucks. I agree. If it was Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes, I don't know what I would. I don't know who I pick. I like them both. I like them both. I'd be happy either way. You know. Here we go. Lil Yachty. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Here we go. You better hype up, Minnesota. Look, I'm sending somebody 6'5", 250 pounds your way. All right, make some noise for my dog. Woo! Here we go. 6'5". I know. Ooh, I love that jacket too. The mirrors on it. You know, after his, oh yeah, that's a nice jacket. After his WrestleMania entrance, it's like, you know, the SummerSlam entrance might not be the same, but it can't be his normal one. It needs a little something, and that coat is it. Mm-hmm. I like it. His WrestleMania entrance is definitely one of the best WrestleMania entrances this year. I just have to say, I will say this a lot throughout the night, but well, maybe I will, is that one of my favorite things about WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble and SummerSlam and stuff is just the dynamic gear, that they put a lot of effort and stuff in their gear to make it special. And the fact that we have a Saudi WrestleMania means that the women's gear is going to be boring AF, and that makes me sad. But whatever. And I felt the same about Royal Rumble. It's like, oh, okay, they're all in their jumpsuits. They can't have fun outfits because it's in Saudi. I get real salty about that because I love it. Its presentation is such a big part of wrestling, and to hamper that for, the women, which is a huge, they say they care about women, but we're going to hamper, your creativity. It's stupid. All right. I'm done. Oh, here we go. Trick Williams straight to it. All right. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yes, he does, Wade. Yes, he does have the substance. Mm-hmm. What, that trick? Yeah, I feel like this isn't going to be a long match either. Greetings to Germany. thank you for joining the stream. If you like wrestling, be sure to chime in with your opinions. I'm going to try and share in my stream of consciousness with y'all and be a real chatty Cathy, because I feel like that's kind of the part of watching this with me. But I work well off of other people's energy, so be sure to be chiming in. But yeah, I don't think this is going to be a long match. Oh, Slim Jim table, not just any table, Slim Jim table. The Wingstop chairs and Hell in a Cell last night really was like, wow, you guys are just finding new levels. Here's what I really think. If you are going to have advertisements on the freaking ring apron and you're going to have it on the tables and chairs and ladders, like the fireball ladder, then then spare us from having to watch actual commercials, right? Yeah, I don't know. Genial, not a friend of wrestling. Oh, well, if you don't like wrestling, then hey, thanks for joining me in my stream. We are all watching wrestling, most people, so we're going to be talking about wrestling. You can feel free to ask me questions and stuff on here, but if they're not appropriate for YouTube or I find them annoying, I probably just won't answer it. So that's good to know. I think it's an American. No, it's not just an American thing. When they go to Europe, they have freaking huge crowds. However, it's not an everybody thing. That's what I think is the thing to know about wrestling. Is it's not just an American thing, but it's not an every person thing. And at the end of the day, neither is like NFL here in the United States or whatever, but they have, Europe crowds are usually far more into it than even the American crowds. So they go to Saudi Arabia. It's not just an American thing, but if you're not into it, you wouldn't know that, right? That's really the bottom line. Yeah, you actually missed the match with wrestling is really huge in Japan. And it has been for a very long time. It's also huge in Puerto Rico, which while that is a territory of the United States, that is not, that is not America. So, I mean, it's huge in Mexico. I mean, that maybe then you could say it's a North American thing, but it's everywhere. And there's superstars from everywhere. I mean, Gunther, he's Bavarian, right? Yeah, worldwide. Corbin, a good hand. Yeah, he is a good hand guy. Not someone I ever saw in the U.S. title or Intercontinental. He's not going to win. It's just to let somebody a good hand, somebody that Trick can beat, but it's not ruining anybody else's credibility, and it doesn't make Trick look like he's fighting just a jobber. That's really what this is. But yeah, a good hand. That is the right word for him. Mm-hmm. And yes, wrestling is worldwide for sure. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize just how tall Trick is, but yeah, 6'5". Mm-hmm. Oh, Yachty's getting involved. I had some wrestling friends who in 2017, when Corbin won Money in the Bank, saw him as a future champ. Never saw. Yeah, I didn't even like him in NXT. He's never been a guy that I saw a lot of big star potential. But that's the thing about wrestling, right? There are people who their place is to put other people over. Yeah, this is not a street fight or no DQ or anything. So weapons are not allowed. I mean, yeah, the Yachty with the kendo stick, it's almost like harkens back to Mania with the candy cane stick, but it's, it's a threat, but that would end the match. However, champion's advantage, turn it into, throws the match out. But I don't think that's like what they call like a chicken shit heel type of thing. And that's not Trick's character. So that wouldn't really work. Yeah. Clean wins are, I mean, it just makes more sense. Yeah, I was going to say, that's not going to be it. That felt a little, first off, it felt a little forced. I think they wanted to involve Lil Yachty in the match, but let's not do sneaky little things, right? Trick's got this. Ooh. Does Trick win the title next year? I wonder how they see him. Yeah, I think so. I think that he does win the title next year. I think that he's over, and I think they're doing a pretty good job with his character. Some people thought the gingerbread man stuff and then like the funeral and all that, some people thought it was a little cringy. I only saw highlights of it and I enjoyed it, but I like the absurdity of wrestling from time to time, which is why I love like Danhausen and stuff. Although on record, him and Joan Hendry's weird situation that took place on Raw on Monday, I actually fell asleep in it, and then the next day started back up and fell asleep again. It was that bad. Janine, I just want to say hi and tell you that you really enjoy my content. Woman to woman, I find what you share really inspiring and love to experience sports and some other stuff. Well, that's awesome. I'm so happy that you enjoy my content, and I'm happy that, to know that it's another woman out there and that you're inspired by me. It's just not as common or openly accepted where I live as it is in the U.S. I just wanted to let you know that I genuinely appreciate what you do. Wishing you all the best. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you for popping into my stream and, chatting with me. All right. This ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't the end. Boo! That's some bullshit. What was I just saying? Wasn't I just saying that they're doing such a good job with Trick Williams, and then this is what they do? Gross. Yeah. Boo. Yeah, that's lame. Gross. Well, I'm 1 for 2, but I don't think anybody predicted this stupid ending to this match. Maybe they're moving Trick up. Yeah, it could be that, like, just I just find the way WWE has things going sometimes is just it's okay, so now KO and is in the we kind of just saw the whole okay, wait, actually, I know I didn't complete my first thought, but it's because I came up with a better thought. Trick Williams needs to go to Raw is what I'm thinking. We need him off of SmackDown. We need him on Raw. Main reason, so I get to watch him more often since I don't get to watch SmackDown. But I don't think anybody's like excited that Baron Corbin won. Yeah, I don't think people are like, oh, yay. Yeah, because that's not what people wanted. But, you know, that's probably part of the storytelling is to create some adversity. And I think that it's probably not over. It's probably not over yet between those two, is what I'm going to gather. Ugh. Gross. A movie about Green Day? Yuck. Moving Trick to Raw seems in the way of Oba. I see Oba as the future Raw. I mean, yes, Oba is the future of Raw, but you could move Trick Williams over to Raw and just have him kind of start working his way up. And Oba could be on his own little trail while Trick's on his own trail, you know. We'll see. Interim's the term they're using for this. So I have decided who I think is going to win this match. I think it's going to be Tiffy, and she's going to be Tiffy two belts. That's what I think. I don't think it's going to be Jade. I guess I could give some reasoning to why it would be Chelsea, because kind of like what they did with Sami. Some reasoning to why it would be Chelsea, because kind of like what they did with Sami Zayn, make them a transitional title holder since Rhea's going to be back. And then I just don't see Charlotte being an interim title holder for Charlotte. Just seems like it's actually like a downgrade on what they build her up to be, the queen. I'm the queen. But anyways, and then I feel like Lash Legend is just not quite there yet in her career. So you wouldn't make her the interim champion, even though I do like her. But, you know, her and Jade are meant to be, you know, the big power, you know, stars in this match. And then they're not going to give it to Jade because Jade just went through it with Rhea. And we've seen them, and it's done and over. So I think Tiffy is going to be the interim title holder, and she's going to be Tiffy two belts. Boom. Let's see if that's what happens. Now, y'all, give me your predictions in the chat because I would be happy to hear it. I love a ladder match. So fun. Oh my God, I have to tell you guys this really funny comment I saw on Reddit. This is good commercial break conversation. So on Reddit, they had pointed out that Stephanie Vaquer's X account and her Instagram are all like blacked out, kind of like what Sol Ruka did when people were hating on her, when all the live stands were hating on her. And so somebody in the comment said dread with multiple question marks, and we know who they mean. And I said, the match we all want to see. Stephanie Vaquer with dread. So yeah. When I get opportunities on Reddit or Twitter to chime in where my entrances mesh, yeah, I can't hold back. Feel Charlotte on this, TBH. I always want to go. They will always want to go back to Flair versus. Yeah, I know, but I don't want to see it. I'm being biased because I like Tiffy. I like Tiffy the best out of everybody. That would break the wrestling community. Haha. Yeah, if Stephanie Vaquer and Dread. Yeah, that was hilarious. I'm sticking with my Tiffy two belts prediction. But Charlotte versus Rhea, it's been a while, so going back to that's not out of the question. I don't see it being Jade. I don't see it being Lash Legend. And like I said with Chelsea, I guess you would go, well, of course, the only way she would ever sniff the main title scene would be as the interim, which not because I don't like, I love Chelsea Green, but we've all watched, or who's watched Unreal, everybody knows how they treat Chelsea, and you know, they don't see her being like a Tiffany, a Rhea, a Charlotte, an Alexa Bliss is what they said on it. Well, what Michael Hayes said. So Chelsea would be the sleeper pick, but I'm sticking with Tiffy. You need to watch Unreal soon. Not everybody likes it. I just love, I could, like, you guys remember the Monday Night Wars documentary? I've watched that over and over and over again, even if it's biased from a WWE perspective. I've watched it a million times over. I just enjoy wrestling documentaries. So I've already watched Unreal season 1 and 2 again, like rewatched them with the current one. So that's just how I am. You don't mind breaking the fifth wall stuff. It's interesting. Yeah, I agree. Plus, it just kind of exposes the narratives they want to go with or not. Like I said, in Unreal season 3, they did not talk at all about how Brock basically retired, even though they did a lot about Oba. So it's they still push their own little narratives, but it's just fun. Zane's not the biggest Unreal fan. Did like Total Divas and Total Bellas because it was outside of the ring stuff. Oh, well, so Total Divas was involved with me getting back into watching wrestling in the 2010s because I was like, oh, hey, wrestling has a reality show. That's fun. So but I kind of got over it because it's just those type of reality shows like Kardashians and Total Divas and just some of those reality shows at that time. There's just so many situations that were obviously just for the show and kind of fake, and it kind of got annoying to me. And I guess somebody could say the same thing about Unreal, but there is an element of Unreal that's kind of out of everybody's control because, you know, once the two people are in the ring, whatever happens, happens. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not anti-Unreal, but I think it exposes their narratives. Tiffy time. It's my girl. Like I said, unless if they make this additional person in this match, I say it's gonna be Tiffy. Yep. Gotta go for a little while. Wife needs to lift for. Oh, nice. Should be back in a match or two. Well, make sure you hop back on the stream and say hi. We love people who keep the conversation going. Thanks for joining. All right, it's Tiffy time. Yep. She's going to be Tiffy 2 belts. I know it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Minnesota's her hometown, too. Back when Vince was in charge, if you were in your hometown, it actually meant you're more likely going to lose. But we know that with the Hardy Boys back in like 2000 or 2001, and then we also saw that with Sasha Banks in, I think that was like 2016. Let's see Jade's gear. I love the attention to detail Jade puts into her gear, just like Tiffy. All right. I like the Prince. It's like Prince, Minnesota. Wait, no, Prince is Michigan, right? Or is he Minnesota? Nonetheless, bravo to Jade for the Prince reference. We love to see it. We Yep. So, he's from Minneapolis. Okay, well, Michigan, Minnesota. Can't keep everything in my brain, okay? It's like a well-known thing. I swear they can't have Jade win. It's just such a. We don't want to see Jade and Rhea again. I don't think anybody wants to see Jade and Rhea again. We want to see Rhea and Tiffy. That's what we want to see, Rhea and Tiffy. But yeah, Chelsea would be the sleeper pick. So this is the third match of the night. I feel like they really got the matches. So yeah, we've seen the opening fatal four way. We saw Trick versus Corbin. And then now here's the women's ladder match. So this is the third match of the night. Okay. I see what Lash Legend Trick's lovely wife is wearing. Looking lovely in gold. Tiffy versus Rhea is fresh for when she comes back. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if they ever dealt with each other, it wasn't when I was watching. So that's super fresh if you ask me. And how cute is it for her to be Tiffy Two Belts for a little while? All right. Yep, Charlotte. I was like, they're not done yet. The fact that they telegraphed both Charlotte and Roman's wins in the 2025 Royal Rumble by giving them pyro on their entrances is just like something I will never forget how lame that was. But I feel like Charlotte is doing some homage for Alexa Bliss with that hair. And I do like this fun, colorful look. But I'm just not a Charlotte fan. I'm a Tiffy fan. I'm a Chelsea Green fan. All right. I need to not be in my phone responding to messages on OnlyFans. All right, hop into it. Jade ain't taking any time. All right. I You know, we're going to see Tiffy do something fun with the ladders. And people like, oh, Jade and Lash Legend will, you know, do like power spots with like lifting ladders and stuff. But I don't really feel like we have anybody in here that's super spicy for ladders. Hopefully Roxanne Perez and Sol Ruca get some time in future events. Oh, yeah, exactly. I like Sol Ruca a little bit more than Roxanne. I feel like when Roxanne and Julia were in the Money in the Bank match, I thought they were you could see some issues. Now, Julia, I never watched her in any of her pre NXT stuff, but I have a hunch that maybe she's just really hard style or strong style. I mean, because of the fact that like everything she does in WWE looks like super slow motion, like she's afraid she's going to hurt somebody. So I'm always like, what? Why do people think she's so great? But I'm going to guess it's because she's really watering herself down to not hurt people. And that's me being very generous. Oh, right. I mean, yeah. Lash is going to be very strong at the beginning, but I don't see her winning. All right. Lash and Jade. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to say, are Tiffy and Chelsea Green still friends? Like, you know. Yeah, I think that I think that's a fun little friendship that they've got going there. Great kicks from Jade and Lash. Yeah, they're doing well. Uh-oh. Here comes Charlotte. Here comes Charlotte. Yeah. Yeah. I think that Charlotte and Becky need to be more in the background. I think that I'm really tired of Becky. I'm really tired of Becky. I'm ready to see Becky just ride off into the sunset. Over on SummerSlam, or not over SummerSlam, over on SmackDown, I do think that we'll get AJ Lee pop in again so that she can help out Paige. I don't think she's done forever against the Bellas. I think that'll be cute, but it would just be like, you know, to get the nostalgia pop. I don't think she's going to do a huge program. Oh, Charlotte and Tiffy. Yep. Yeah, Wade Barrett was in that horrible interview with them. One thing that nice. Yep, just enough of it. Yeah, Chelsea. It's a ladder match. Get up there. We don't got to pin nobody. Yep, Chelsea, do it. Do it. I love how Chelsea will do anything. I love it. Oh. Oof. Uh-oh. Now here comes Jade, nice and slow, so you know it ain't over yet. Yeah, this is a fun match. It's a little bit slower than I would like, but I think it's just because it's lacking a very dynamic person besides Tiffany. I think Tiffany's the most dynamic moveset wise of them. All right, Tiffy. Lily is literally Charlotte's twin. Maybe because Charlotte's had her face redone 800 times. She's my twin, not vice versa. I have heard that before, though. I have heard that me and Charlotte look similar. I don't think Charlotte's current face looks like me. I think her face a couple years back looks a little bit more like me. But I mean, whatever. I'll take it as a compliment. So don't think I'm being mean. Or think I'm being mean. I don't care. But I mean, we all know you put a picture of Charlotte in NXT next to a picture of Charlotte now. Oh, Tiffy. Oh, Tiffy. Yeah. Legend said, nope. Yeah. Oh my gosh. See, this is why another reason why I like Tiffany. It's not just because she's the pinky girly girl just like me, but because she wrestles like she doesn't care for the most part. Like she's willing to put herself. No, knock her over. Oh no, 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 no. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sharp. Now, okay, now somebody spear her. Spear, 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 spear. Somebody climb a ladder and spear Charlotte. I wanted to see the Jeff or the edge to Jeff Hardy's spear right there. I guess maybe Charlotte. Does Charlotte do the spear still? I guess Charlotte would be the one to do the spear, and somebody else would be hanging from it since that's in her moves. Yeah, Lash. Yeah, Lash Legend is very tall, so she can move slow or fast, and she will get there. And they didn't catch her; she landed on that bad leg. Yep. They never catch Tiffany. If y'all notice, Tiffany wrestles like she doesn't care, and they don't care to catch her. But all right, Tiffany. Oh, here comes another power bomb. Oh no! Oh, okay. That wasn't done to well, but I thought she was gonna power bomb her into those ladders again. So I'll take that. All right, Tiffany. No, I don't. You think Jade's gonna win probably because she ain't doing nothing all this long? So you think she's gonna get that sneak in win? Nobody wants to see Rhea and Jade. Oh no! She's too far away. And Chelsea's going to push her. They have history for Money in the Bank. Yep. Oh, nice. Tiffany did that very well. Great job, Tiffany. And, is Chelsea going to win, though? Come on, Chelsea. Even though my prediction will be wrong, I would be so happy for Chelsea. All right, Chelsea. It's your time. Yeah, they did all catch her that time. It was great. She did a beautiful move, and then they all caught her. All right, Chelsea. No, oh, no. Jade's girls, Jade's henchwomen. I love the Prince-inspired outfits for them as well, at least. Yes, I see Jade's girls are in. I still think Tiffy could win. Nobody wants to see Jade and Rhea again. People didn't live for it last time, and they're not going to live for it this time. No. Tiffany, wait, well, okay, not Tiffany, but Chelsea is still on the ladder. It is not time. No. Tiffany, wait, well, okay, not Tiffany, but Chelsea is still on the ladder. It is not over. No way. Well, good for you for wanting Jade. Uh-oh, here comes Charlotte. Charlotte, push Jade's. Jade's moving too slow. You know she ain't going to win. Yep. Bye-bye, Jade. Oh, all right. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, Jade ain't winning, and this ain't the time that she's winning because she's going too slow. All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, Chelsea. Get climbing. Jade's going too slow. It ain't Jade at this moment. All right. All right, let's see Chelsea come too. I see her little feet's moving. Okay. All right. Chelsea's there. All right, girl. Do it. Do it. Chelsea, 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 Chelsea. Oh, yeah. I was wrong. I thought we were going to get a Tiffany 2 belts, but I can't be mad about Chelsea being the interim champion. I'm so happy for her. And I think that will be fun to see her with the title until Rhea comes back. So I am not mad about it, even though my prediction is wrong. You got to be so happy for Chelsea. It's amazing. That's great. Well, if you're pissed, tough shit. If everybody knew it wasn't going to be Jade because nobody wants to see Jade and Rhea again. All right, so this was the third match. So I'm 1 for 3 in my predictions. Not amazing, but we're on par with last night in the predictions department. That was fun. Chelsea just hanging. She was like, I'll let everybody else disappear, and then I'll take my opportunity. The title's definitely going to leave Chelsea in 2 weeks. Chelsea getting destroyed by Rhea in a couple of months is probably good for business. Yeah, they're going to keep it on Chelsea for the amount of time. This ain't a Sami Zayn 9-day. This isn't a Sami Zayn 9-day title reign. She's gonna have it until Rhea comes back, because then there's no question that Rhea would win it off of Chelsea. You're also not gonna put it on Jade again because of the fact that people don't want to see it, and then they're trying to make Jade look strong again, but they will never do that against Rhea because the fans love Rhea. So I think that Chelsea will hold on to it for the remainder. They're saying interim. Does that mean Rhea probably gets the opportunity immediately? So, okay. What I need to know right now from you, DD20132, is do you know who I am, and are you here because you know who I am and you like wrestling? Or are you a wrestling fan that stumbled into this live stream? So they're saying interim because of the fact that I think Rhea gets her opportunity immediately. But I don't think they're just going to be like, oh, well, okay, Rhea's back, so here goes the belt. But that's why they're going to keep it on somebody who Rhea could beat without making them look weak, as well as it's somebody who would put on a very fun match with her. LOL, I know who you are, and I've been a long time fan. Been texting you on. Oh, okay. Well, wasn't sure because I felt as though just was kind of, I don't know. I just want to make sure you're really, I mean, I guess I could tell you're really a wrestling fan, but I want to know if you knew who I was. Because when I did my WrestleMania streams, there was like one person who came into my stream who you could tell they had no idea who I was. And they were just excited to be talking to a lady that was a wrestling fan, and they were asking some really silly questions. And so I just wanted to be clear because our conversation was more wrestling based than anything else. But I mean, we're watching wrestling, so of course it's going to be wrestling based. So that's all. Just double checking. Yeah, it's just because it's wrestling right now. Yep. I hear you. I mean, we got to keep it appropriate for the YouTube. But you're coming for me soon. All right. Well, sorry that your girl Jade lost, but we're all happy for Chelsea over here. And so I guess the next match is supposed to be Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio. I think, because that's what they were just mentioning. That will be fun, but I almost feel like that's like too many fun. Having like a ladder match, and then that match is kind of like two kind of like funny matches, short, like right back to back. You would almost think you would do well, but then that's another title match. You would almost think they would do the Intercontinental title match because that would be more intense. I don't know. Do you think they dropped the ball with Dom, or is this the peak of his abilities? I think he has room to grow. I don't think he's peaked, but I think he is not a bad choice interacting with Danhausen, because he'll be over no matter what happens, because I don't think you're likely going to have Danhausen lose matches because of how over he is. And Dom's personality fits in a campy situation, but it can fit in a serious situation as well. And so I almost think of it as just like he's kind of, I guess you would say, middling, but there's still room for him to grow and to do more. And what it's going to be eventually, he'll have that, like, he's so over that he's not even a heel anymore. And he has that babyface turn and everybody's going to go freaking nuts. That's what I think. The NBA stars interference coming. I hope not. I think that should be, the NBA star stuff should be, done now. We're a little far away, but I guess they have had a lot of, well, no, that was actually, it's a Minnesota Viking that they've been using to promote a lot of this SummerSlam. So I think that the NBA part of it is kind of behind them. The Judgment Day needs to die. I think everyone needs to go their separate ways. Now that I agree with. I completely agree with that. I don't think it's really doing anything. They can just, if they want to keep Liv and Raquel and Roxanne together, they could, but they don't have to be Judgment Day, because it just doesn't, it's not what it was at all. But it's really not anything that it needs to be, even in whatever iteration it was before it just went south. But without Finn Balor, it's like, it's really not anything that it ever once was meant to be. They took it apart too much. Yeah, it fell apart when Edge left, and then they tried to make it a little bit different with Finn. It's just, it's done. It's dead. It's over. It's done. Open Shutta 2000. Hello, welcome to the stream. I am doing well. I think we're halfway through SummerSlam. Are you watching SummerSlam? Well, I'm looking at my match card really quick. So, yeah, we've had 3 matches out of 6 matches so far. And I am 1 for 3. Not. If you're not watching wrestling, that's fine. You don't have to watch wrestling, but we're really mainly talking about wrestling on here, so you might not be into the conversation. Just came to say hi, big hugs to you. Well, thank you, and I'm happy that you did. Thanks for popping in. And I mean, people who don't watch wrestling are welcome here. That's the majority of the conversation. You are back. How was the ladder match? Well, Chelsea won. That's how it went. And we're not mad about it at all whatsoever. I think with Damian and Rhea, it was pretty good, like up until they had left, but now it's so old. I completely agree with that, Zane, about Judgment Day. No way. That's great about Chelsea. Exactly. So we're happy about the Chelsea win. And Danhausen is going to win this match. I mean, what do y'all think? I think that's a gimme. Because if Dominic loses a money on a human money's on a pool match, nobody's gonna really care down the line. But he's Dom. Well, we're happy to hear your wife is getting the good stuff she deserves, and you're watching wrestling. It's a win-win for everybody. You don't like seeing Dom lose, but you think I'm right. Exactly. The thing is that this is actually what's great about Dom with his history at SummerSlam as a child is that, he comes from almost an absurdity in his background. And so therefore he can be in this absurd match, but then he can go and do the, AAA match in September to defend his title, and that will be more serious, I think it works. I don't see why they would have Danhausen lose. Dom's gear is too much. I mean, it is a lot. It is a lot. I'm just like here for the something on a pole match with Danhausen. Like, this is the absurdity of wrestling and the callbacks and past references that are amazing. And this is what we like. It's like wrestling doesn't have to be absurd for every minute of the program, but it's fun. All right. Danhausen. He's got his little car. I was kind of wondering if that was going to end up dying out, but that the Danhausen mobile seems to be a thing. So Danhausen is wearing Bret Hart inspired tights. All right, I guess I can see it. So is anybody a Munsters fan? Because I think it's a very great little homage that he lives at 1311 Mockingbird Lane. So he is literally the neighbor to the Munsters. That's great. All right. Here we go. There's no cloning machine, so I don't think we're going to have any of that. I think people are really over the mini Housens after what happened at Monday Night Raw. I was just going to say, I don't think we're going to see mini Housens. I hope that's done. They all got whooped on Monday. They're still in the hospital in LA. That was smart, Dom. Just go straight. It's something on the pole. Go straight for it. We may see him. Raw was tough. I said it before, and I'll say it again. I tried to watch that segment twice, and I fell asleep. It's just that was rough. I don't know what on earth anybody was thinking. All right. Oh, I mean, that's the other thing is that this is how Dom has been getting better and better, because he can be in a match with Danhausen and it's going to look like a good match because of Dom, because Danhausen, is less skilled in the ring, if you know what I mean. Super upset. Trick lost. Welcome to the stream, Josh. I remember you. I know I was sad Trick lost as well. That was a letdown. But in the here and now, Danhausen's going to win. Might see Hendry interference. I could see that for sure. I kind of just felt like that segment proved that an instant hit. the way that, you know, they could put Danhausen with people like The Miz, or put Danhausen with, I can't remember what that guy's name is. Kit Wilson. It's too obvious Danhausen wins, but WWE may flip the script. No. I don't think, oh man, my stream is looking like garbage. It's all pixelated. Beta Cycle Club, thank you so much for doing the stream. Of course, if you are a wrestling fan, be sure to be chiming in with your predictions. I don't think Danhausen's going to lose, because if it's, you know, okay. All right, well, here's the mini Housens, y'all. Even though I didn't think we were going to see them, here they are. Yeah, you did say it. I would put it this way, since this is like a money on a pole match, you could almost say this is the type of match somebody like Danhausen could lose, because nobody's being pinned. It's just about getting the money off the pole, right? But I still see there to be enough nonsense and shenanigans to take place in however long they give this. JD McDonough is such a good wrestler. Oh yeah, El Torito Housen. I can't believe that. Like, they weren't calling him El Torito Housen last time, but they are this time. Yeah. Torito Housen. Yep, because it's El Torito. At least this is an interesting use of the mini Housens. I didn't think we were going to see mini Housens. I thought, but here we are. Here we see them. This guy's losing his hair. Oh yeah. Yep. The script is too unreal. They take Danhausen from the picture. He's going for it just to win. Here we go. Yep. 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 I just think that there's not enough conversation about how good JD McDonough is. You think Danhausen could be the future WWE World Champ? No. And I don't even, if they did that, that would be for a loss. Yeah, the thing is that Danhausen doesn't have to be a WWE. Oh no! Joe Hendry interference. Y'all called that one. Well, we're going to see like the Jeff Jarrett guitar spot. Yeah, JD is good. I mean, just because they're not using him appropriately, you put him in a match with anybody and he makes them look like $1 million. Yeah, I don't think Danhausen would want to be the champ. That's not him. And the thing is that he knows his character. He knows. And I'm just so happy it's worked so well in WWE, since that wasn't the case everywhere. But one thing is that, kind of like with the Broken Hardys, when Matt was in AEW, that didn't really go over. The same thing is that Danhausen just really didn't take off in AEW because they're not an absurd wrestling company. But WWE can do the absurdity. I mean, nice. He would fit well with 24/7 title situation. Exactly. Oh. All right, here we go. Yep, Danhausen won. All right, so I have 2 predictions correct. Is this the 4th match? So I'm 2 for 4 so far. I mean, it doesn't make Dom look like a loser by not grabbing money off of a pole, and that's what I'm saying. This type of match that Danhausen can win, and nobody looks worse for it. All right. There are 2 matches left. I thought that the Intercontinental title might change tonight, but since the U.S. title changed, I don't know now. The El Torito Hausen. This is literally the shortest match of the night. Who you got for Reigns and Rollins? I got Reigns for the retaining the title. I don't think Seth needs the title. I think with Street Fighter coming up, and I think that they want to go back to the formula of Roman being a title holder for a really long time because they think that makes good business. Okay, here's a question for anybody. So Chad versus Penta is going to be great, but that's why I don't know who's going to win, because I almost thought Chad might win to get his flowers for all of his, like for that El Grande Americano match. But glad Chad is being put in a spot for a great match. Exactly. That match is going to be so fire, which I am going to have to take a bathroom commercial break before that match because I don't want to miss a second from it. But Danhausen Bucks. Of course, the people think they're actually going to be real money. But yeah, I think Reigns is going to retain, and Rollins doesn't need the title. What was the question? Who do I got? That was the question. And I said I got Reigns. All right, everybody. You were going to ask the question. Oh, I was going to ask a question. Yeah, I think the question I was going to ask was, who do you think for Penta versus Gable? That was the question. Yeah, it's going to be in Houston. I have no interest in going down to Houston for a Royal Rumble, but Survivor Series is going to be Houston. Yeah. It was here in Dallas, maybe. I attended a TLC here. WWE pay-per-views are just, WWE events are too expensive. Get Penta with his brother, tag team resurgence. Gable deserves it. Gable 100%. That's what I'm saying. I think it's Gable because even though Penta is so over, there's just Gable deserves it. And Penta doesn't need the title. But I mean, when Penta won, that was great because it was like Penta deserves a title, but he doesn't need the title. So Josh thinks Penta will retain, but Chad will definitely go down fighting like his lucha match. I'm so I'm going to predict that Gable wins. Like that's my prediction. So if Penta wins, then obviously I'll have missed that, but I think it could go either way. That's going to be one of those matches where you're going to be so like, which is great because we really need a match like that. Bringing back Enzo and Cass makes me feel like they're moving toward tag teams again, which I hope they are moving toward tag teams again because tag matches can be some of the most interesting wrestling there is. So y'all don't leave my stream if you're interested, but I am going to take a quick bathroom break while we're on a commercial break because this next match is going to be too good. So I don't want to miss a second of it. So I'm going to be right back, y'all. I'm back. I told you all I wouldn't be gone for long. It was just a short little bathroom break because I don't want to miss a second of the next match. I think they're going to give them a lot of time on that next match, Penta versus Gable. I think it's going to be great. I'm excited for it. I told you all I wouldn't be very long. Welcome back. Still commercials. I know. I think they're going to give them a lot of time on this next match. And so I think that they're trying to get in as many freaking commercials as they possibly can. My thoughts on Penta winning is just story building for Chad after his heel turn. And they went to AAA and then lost and came back humbled. They keep humbling until WrestleMania when he gets it even bigger. All right. I mean, that's why you kind of go, you never know, because Chad Gable's the type of person that they love to shit on. Like, let's just be honest. Chad Gable been given the short end of the stick so many times, and you can't really put it past WWE to have him lose for good or bad, right? So if it's for good storytelling, like you just said, or if it's just for some BS reason, because, that's what they do to some people. So you never know. But I'm saying Gable. I'm still predicting Gable. Got to have more time for that Roman entrance. I know. I wonder how long it's going to be. It's SummerSlam, not Mania. So the entrances aren't exactly as extreme. But we got to get his entrance. We got to get his teeth. Rollins is going to have a long entrance. I wish that they would. I don't really care for Rollins' song, except for I will pop when I'm watching college football and the marching bands do his music, Rollins' music. That will get me. But I don't really care for Rollins' music, even though I really loves it. So they're going to have long entrances unnecessarily, in my opinion. So let's see. Let's see. I think on Mania stream we clocked it about 6.5 to 7 minutes. Yes, we did. We 100% did. So let's see. I don't think it'll be as long tonight because it's SummerSlam. Mania, everybody's entrances are just a little bit longer. Although Roman's entrance is always like way longer than it needs to be, and I don't even understand why. So Club WWE, since they're saying it's a content library, like never seen before. So is anything that was like on WWE Network on Club WWE? Because it's not on YouTube, since YouTube's the vault now. Not that I would get Club WWE. I don't know how much it is, but I just miss watching like the one. Greg Gagne. Wow. Oh, Molly Holly. Love Molly Holly. Cute. All right. Touched up my lipstick, so I look good. All right, let's see. Rollins got the best soundtrack after Jay. On both of that. I don't care for either of their music. All right, guys. Ooh, my apologies that I'm going to be crunching on some chips while we're watching this, but I need a snack. Okay. It is jalapeno chips. I love jalapeno chips. Nice and spicy. Does anybody feel like Chad's Gable music where it's like Gable, Gable, Gable? It feels like it's kind of like a ripoff of like Osprey. AEW, that's what I felt like. Zane, I want to hear from you on that one. Is the Gable music a Will Osprey ripoff? I feel like it is. Willie would rather watch Lily snack on chips than watch wrestling. Hey, that's fine. I got a little bit of something for everybody here. Am I right or am I right? If you just want to watch me snack on chips, here we go. If you want to watch the wrestling, there we go. But, you know, best watch party around. That's right. All right, I'll ask y'all now. Oh, yeah, jalapeno chips. Ooh, the best. Jalapeno chips and or sea salt and vinegar. Those are the best. Do you guys want me to live stream Survivor Series? Should I just live stream the Big Four? Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, Mania, and SummerSlam. Let me know. Because live streaming the Big Four, I think, oh yeah, this Gable's hometown as well, so that could be another point for him winning. No, I'm not doing any Saturday night main event. I would only do the Big Four. Because here's the thing, y'all. Y'all know this. You don't think so? Your reaction is fair enough, though. Yeah, I mean, people were saying it was AI music. I didn't know you streamed wrestling at all. I was pleasantly surprised. I started at Mania. You already heard me talk about it, but it's just if it's an interest I have that I can share with my audience, I find it really fun. If I was watching wrestling at home, I would just be watching it, you know, kind of like by myself and not really, you know, getting to bounce off with anybody. So it's pretty fun that y'all, you know, are here to join me with it about it. Yeah, I'll watch Lilly do the Big Four. That's funny that you, that's a funny way to say that. So Dee Dee asked, how long have I been a fan for? So I have been a wrestling fan since I was a kid. I was a little young to be watching Attitude Era wrestling, but I sure as heck was. WCW Nitro in 1998 is what got me into wrestling. And then I quickly switched over to WWE because it was the better, you know, wrestling around that time. And then I kind of fell off in the 2000s and I started back up in the 2010s and I quit watching wrestling in 2019 and popped back into wrestling basically last year. A lot of people wearing black these last two nights. Need some color pops in the gear. I completely agree. I think that there needs to be. We started watching in elementary when you were in Nigeria. All right. Yeah. Wrestling is it's fun, and for you, as you can see, for all of us who like wrestling who are on right now, you know, it's, and I feel like, you know, Eric Bischoff, not that he's perfect, but I feel like people love to push his buttons to get the ornery side of him. But yeah, definitely been a wrestling fan for a long, long time. And I want to, like they say in The Godfather, just when I think that I'm out, they pull me back in. What's your favorite wrestlers of all time? So favorite wrestlers of all time. We're going to go way back. Love Roddy Piper. Also really love Razor Ramon. Love Edge. I love the Hardys, and I still love the Hardys. That will, I go to TNA matches just for the Hardys. I love Randy Orton. I really liked the New Day, so I'm excited to see what they're going to be doing next. Oh, I can't believe I forgot this. Sting, one of my all-time favorites. Only watched twice in Toronto, Winnipeg, and it still feels real to me. You know, good wrestling will always feel real because there's real emotion in the storytelling. And that's why we're also stoked about this match. So I missed the actual New Day at Wembley, baby. Book it. I believe it. I believe that's where we're going to see them. I can't imagine them not being in AEW. I think that's going to be really fun. And even though I did not anticipate watching All In this year, AEW pay-per-views, I tend to get sucked into buying them after they happened and I heard about how exciting they were, and then I buy them because I can't stand watching AEW on the week-to-week basis. It bores me. But their pay-per-views are always amazing. But, you got to pay for them. So I want to know it's good before I pay for them. They always get me with Double or Nothing. They got me with Double or Nothing this year. And they got me with Double or Nothing when I'm watching wrestling. So I'm watching this, so it's making me have a brain lapse. The Flamethrower in the Anarchy in the Arena, that got me to watch Double or Nothing. I want to say that was 2023. I think my most underrated was Santino Morello or Morella. He's like the commissioner in TNA or whatever right now. So New Day separating. I missed it. Ooh, what is Penta doing? But with Big E's injuries, understandable. Did y'all see the video that Xavier Woods, Austin Creed put out this week on Twitter? I should definitely be in commentary. I'm just talking over everything right now. I was trying earlier, I'm trying to be engaged with the match, but once you start asking me questions that I can be answering, then I'm just have no problem talking over it. It's definitely being commentary. Always in love with the snake bite. Yeah, the snake bite's fun. Kind of a Mr. Sacco throwback. You're better anyways. Well, what can I say? But anyways, y'all did. Ooh, Penta. Motor City Machine Guns on Collision this week got me ecstatic. Yes, they're going to. I hope they get a match. Motor City Machine Guns, Young Bucks, New Day. We know what they're going to be called, right? Daybreak? That was leaked on the internet this week. Oh my gosh. Daybreak. Anyhow, though, what did y'all think about the animation and when they have like the Big E horse behind the stable? Gave me the feels. It wasn't AI, thank God. It was a beautiful animation. That's what I'm saying. I think we're going to see, even though I'm talking over this match, y'all, I think we're going to see a lot of false finishes in this match, too. It's Gable's hometown boy. We'll see. I really like Penta's mask. I feel like it's done up extra for this. I definitely think that it's extra bedazzled because it's SummerSlam. But also, Penta did win in his debut. I mean, Penta is at the place where Penta does not need. I'm not saying that he needs to lose and like nobody's going to care, but I'm just saying he doesn't need to have the title. Because Penta is so over. Penta actually didn't really need the title when he won it, but it was really nice that he won it to just kind of help with storylines going. But it seems like there needs to be a bit of movement in the Intercontinental Division. It has been 100% Rusev. Is his name Ethan Page? Is that his name? I think he's a good character. Lilly should be on WWE commentary as the color commentary. That's funny. But yeah, it's Rusev, Ethan Page, my boy, Javon Evans. I love him. And Penta. You know, that's been this like revolving situation there. Oh, Gable's bleeding. I don't think that it's a real shoulder injury. I think it's a storyline shoulder injury. But I think that just like you like, just as you like them. All right. Oh, that for Javon Evans. I love Javon Evans. Javon Evans is definitely my type. I can't tell right now who's winning, but I feel Penta at the moment. Yeah, for sure. Oof. Oh, man. On the ring apron. That looked like it hurt. All right. Gable's going up to the top. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yep. Got to get into the ring, though. Don't want to be counted out. So I'm actually just drinking lemon water. Nothing excited. I actually have like a root beer in the fridge if I wanted it as like a sweet treat. It's actually like a good real sugar root beer by this brand called Dublin. That's like Texas brand. But I don't know if I'm going to drink it or not. But yeah, I'm just drinking lemon water. I'm addicted to lemon water. Better than Punk's moonsault. Yeah. Chad Gable is just so impressive, and I'm kind of surprised they never really got him to the place like a Kurt Angle, because I think he could pull it off. I mean, I'm not the first person to say that, and I won't be the last person to say that. The one thing about these like 2-night SummerSlams is that even though they're not like, I was talking about this yesterday, 6 hours of wrestling, it's like, oh, Mexican Destroyer on the edge. Oof. That would hurt. Anyways, as I was saying, it's like I buy snacks and stuff, but then I don't really feel like I need them because I'm just chatting the whole time. It's like it's long, but it's short. It's weird. But all right. Y'all said you want me to do Survivor Series, so we'll do Survivor Series. War Games. Snacks are key. Uh-oh. Ankle lock. This ain't it. I don't think anybody's going to be tapping out in this match. That's not what type of match this is going to be. Oof. Nice. I still don't see a tap out, though. Oh! So here's the thing, Dee Dee, you never heard this message, but I didn't think there was going to be a tap out. So y'all can't say who wins until I've reacted to it, because I tend to be on a delay for some reason, and I don't know why. But luckily, it happened like just 2 seconds after you typed that, so I thought you were saying it was going to be Gable. I was right. I mean, I predicted Gable, so technically my prediction was on, but I was wrong about. I didn't think Penta was going to tap out. Especially after that move right there, the Mexican Destroyer on the ring apron. Oh my Lord. I don't think anyone saw a tap out there. Yep, I was correct. So we've had 5 matches so far, and I was wrong on 2. I'm 2 for 5 so far, and I'm going to be right on the next one. My foot's falling asleep. Yep, there's going to be the pay of respect. Yep. We know that. Yep. It's a show of respect. It's not being a jerk. Yep. Yay, Gable. Yep. So I hope to see some shakeup in the Intercontinental title area. I don't care that like Rusev was just brought back to lose. That's what I felt like they should be doing with Baron Corbin, but they obviously didn't yet. But we need some shaking up, and this is the good start to it. Wow, that's a wild finish. Nowhere near as many near falls. I know. I thought it was going to be longer. I thought it was going to be a bit more of a spot fest. And I thought it was going to be more false finishes. But you got to respect it for what it is. I guess they're like, they don't want to, they need to give Roman and Rollins their full 10-minute entrances is what it is. Never knew. Sorry about that. First on your YouTube. I know that was my bad. I try to say it when new people who are talkative come into the stream, but I think I was just really wrapped up in the last match because it was the ladder match that I didn't think to say it. But luckily it was only a couple of seconds, so I didn't know for certain. But yeah, with the main event, just wait until I react to the ending before saying who wins. Because I don't know why there's a delay, but there's always a delay. Yay, Gable. It's cute that his kids dressed up just like him. Let's hope that these celebrations are definitely time consumers, but I think they're great. I do think that I'm happy for Gable in this, kind of like I was happy with last night's, but like, let's not have Gable doing this every time he does something magnificent. Let this be the one. Rusev never got over with me. Rusev Day felt like so Rusev Day was the only thing I ever liked with Rusev. Didn't really care for him when he launched with Lana, but a lot of times I don't like dominant heels if I don't relate with their character. Oh, Bug Root Beer. Great. Gross. Oh, this is going to be like Ethan Page or something, right? No, it's just a Mug Root Beer sponsorship. I want to see like the Mug Root Beer guy throw his hat off and then attack him. Don't spoil it for me if y'all have seen this. Because this Mug Root Beer guy is just a little too involved. Yes. Your favorite part was when Rusev, when, when Lana was with Bobby Lashley. I missed that storyline. That happened right after I quit watching wrestling. But I was like, are you serious? This is some good shit. Watching Lily get swerved, she'll be right this next match. So I know. Hey, I was right on the last match. I just didn't think it was going to be a tap out. But I knew Gable was going to win. Who y'all think is going to be the face after Reigns step away from WWE? That's a great question. I mean, I think Obafemi is really a strong contender for that. Braun, definitely. Braun Breaker has a lot of opportunity for that as well. Did anybody, I'm changing the subject kind of, but since you mentioned Braun, has anybody, did y'all see what's his name? Waller? Grayson Waller. Did you see his NXT promo? I mean, I don't think Javon Evans is going to be a face because Javon Evans is kind of, well, I mean, I guess Jeff Hardy was really over at one point though too. But you know, a lot of times people, these high flyer types just aren't ever really the face. Do you know what I mean? Like they're kind of just always somebody that you really, I mean, but Jeff Hardy, you know, he was huge in in 2009. He ain't going to stay up to 6 months. Are you just saying that you don't think that you think just Braun Breaker's just going to get injured again? Is that what you're trying to say, Dee Dee? I mean, I think that Oba's probably, I do think Braun. I mean, the hernia situation, that's kind of a weird one-off. You just don't see him up there. I do. He's a Steiner after all. Oh, commercials. I think Oba is probably the most obvious, but I think they'll probably just end up, when you have somebody like Oba, you almost turn, even if he doesn't do something else, kind of like an attraction, you know, where you keep him off for a while so that people still stay hot on him. So, which I mean, they did technically do that with Roman Reigns as well. But since I was watching, since Roman Reigns was in the Shield, and I saw all of Roman's struggles before he finally got over, it's a little bit different, right? You think Roxanne Perez will definitely break out in the next couple of years too. Night 2 has the least interesting matches. I don't know. I feel like this has been way more interesting. The 2 6-man tags yesterday were whack. This has been good. I actually think that every match tonight, except for Trick Williams and Baron Corbin, have been fun, and that's just because Baron Corbin's whack. But the opening match turning into the Fatal 4-Way with the return of Kevin Owens, very fun. Danhausen versus Dom, fun. We know that Penta versus Gable is good. I think we expected a little bit more from that match than it was, but it still was good. You worked yesterday, and the only part you were mad about missing was Randy Orton. Yeah, like the Randy pop-in / return was fun. I like how Randy did it in a Randy way. It was just like quick, the wink, and out. Like, wasn't making a big to-do out of it. Well, you have to think a prime is only about 7 to 8 years. So all you need is that for a specific guy. And they have 2 titles to promote huge champs. I agree. I think that, but you know what's funny is that they have 2 titles now to promote the champions. so they can have two top guys. Yet it still feels like it's just always the same thing and that there's not a lot of interesting change taking place, but you'd think maybe there would be more. But maybe I'm overthinking it too much. I don't know if they need a 20-year guy anymore. Yeah, I don't think so. Especially if it seems like a lot of people's goals are to then move on to do Hollywood and stuff like that. Kev missed everything, but you swear it was for a good cause. I'll take your word for it. We've been having a lot of fun here on the stream, Kev. You're going to be in time for the main event. I'm assuming your Netflix is working tonight. But yeah, we're excited to watch the 10-minute entrances of Reigns and Rollins. Oh, yeah, I checked earlier today and it works fine today. Well, good. So hopefully you're watching it with us. All right, so it looks like the stream. Oh, they're talking about Money in the Bank right now. I'm excited for Money in the Bank. I'm always excited for Money in the Bank. Oh, here's a question for y'all. Who thinks Bailey's going to AEW? Are we going to see Bailey at All In? Because we know she was taking off one of her like events things she was supposed to be doing for SummerSlam and stuff. So that's interesting. You think her WWE days are over? I think her WWE days are over as well, especially if she doesn't want to just become like a natty, where it's a person that's there to put over other people, help train them, but not be anything. Well, you could say there are women who aren't like Natty, who aren't getting pushed more. Like Bailey at least has stayed relevant, but for what a good wrestler Bailey is, I don't think that they've been utilizing her very well. So I think that she could go to AEW and, she can be with Mercedes, her best friend. And then also there's just a lot of other people she can work with and it should be more interesting. Yeah. Now we need to talk about the Vikings. Boring $1 tickets, right? Seen it. And I guess you can say at least there's some history with these two, but it's just, it feels a little overdone. They're trying so hard to not show Mox in the Shield promo. Oh, I know. It's like it's like by seeing him, people aren't going to like go, oh, I need to quit watching WWE and watch AEW. Like, that's not what's going to happen. Like, they were a trio. So, yeah, it's kind of funny. This promo I liked. Where he was like, what are you going to do? Carry it for a little while and get hurt again? I don't need Money in the Bank to win the title. That was good. I thought that was a really good promo for Roman. Yep, you still need a Money in the Bank championship become champion. Yep. I enjoyed that promo from Roman. I think that might have been the Roman I didn't see because I didn't catch the bloodline stuff, but I definitely appreciated it, even though I don't really care about either of these people. As I've said, many times tonight, but since we are here, with the main event upon us, I am predicting it's going to be Roman Reigns as the winner. Do y'all think without the family, Reigns would have been here that long? That's an interesting question. Snoop Froggy Frog, welcome to the stream. If you're watching wrestling or if you're just popping in to say hi, hello. That's hard to say because you can look at Roman. Sorry, I'm just. All right, I know it's Rollins, but it would be really funny if they played the old music with that because that Roman had that music forever. All right. Oh, that was interesting. I wonder, did they do like a hologram or somebody else dressed up as Seth in the Shield getup? Here's my. Do I think Roman would they have given Roman as many chances? Is the question? Is the real question? If he didn't have his family, and that's hard to know. But I think that Vince McMahon really liked Roman. He liked his look. And I think that he would have given him a lot of opportunities. So this is what I like about Seth, his aesthetics and fashion style. I hate his aesthetics and fashion style. Hey, look, Sheila, as if we didn't know from not having the story shoved down our throats for 14 years. Exactly. I thought that Seth Rollins was getting away from all these outfits, to be honest. I thought that he's been doing the black suit. I can't literally dress like that, but I love it on him. It's how I said I like absurdity in wrestling? This is where I feel like it goes too absurd for me. Yeah, I mean, he only does it for pay-per-view events now, but last year he was wearing some pretty ridiculous get-ups on Monday Night Raw. Like, not like some puffy leather outfit, Yeah, we went back to the old school 2014, 2015 set look, and I thought okay, cool. Yeah. I think that, being in the suit just seemed crisp and cool. I didn't anticipate this outfit at all. He already got to Bex as well. Yeah, I know. He's got her all dressed all nutty too. Those two people are not my favorite people. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are two people. I don't hate them for seeing them on wrestling, but just they don't do anything for me. I'm not usually cheering for them in the matches they're in. Sometimes they make me cheer for somebody else, even if I don't like that person, just because I want to see Seth or Becky lose. Yeah, they need to give him his blonde streak back. You love the Becky soundtrack, the old soundtrack, or the new one by the Wonder Years. All right, Zane Miller, you better have your stopwatch ready. We're about to have Roman. See how long this match is. It's not dark enough for Roman's teeth to be glowing in the dark like usual. But What team was it? What team did Roman get scouted by and then dropped from? Was it the Vikings? I don't remember. Dee Dee's going to quiet down for this match. Well, you can quiet down for this match if you want. I'm going to be talking the whole time because of the fact that yesterday I quieted down sometimes during the matches, and I just felt like it was a less invigorating experience streaming that way. So y'all are getting my stream of consciousness, so feel free to chime in. Kev asked, do you have a favorite type of match or one you really like? Personally, I'm basic, but I love a Hell in a Cell. Well, you missed last night's Hell in a Cell. So I love a TLC match or just a ladder match. I'm kind of into those type of gimmick matches, but I like them to have people who do crazy spots. So like the old school TLC matches with Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys. Like I love those matches. Then that I do love like a Money in the Bank match, which is the ladder match. I had fun with tonight's ladder match. So I say that those, if I'm going to have a gimmick match I really like, that's what I like. I actually kind of don't love just general like no DQ, street fight. What's other words that they like to call those? No holds barred, unsanctioned. Sometimes it's like just call it like an Extreme Rules match or something because it's like they're all mean the same thing, is that just anything can happen. I like a Hell in a Cell match, but there's been some, I feel like some Hell in a Cell matches have been watered down as it became a thing that they feel so necessary to do every year. So that's, yeah. Bring back the barbed wire ropes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Let's have it be really crazy. But like, do you remember when they really would? I think this audience is tired of Roman Reigns and the entire bloodline. Well, so you think Seth is more over with this crowd, is what you're saying? I still think Roman's going to retain. But do you remember when they would do the Extreme Rules and the TLC pay-per-views, and then every match would be like, oh, this is a chairs match, and this is a ladder match, and this is a tables match, and they would just like try to have each match have some random extreme gimmick. That's when they kind of like went too far, as some people say, jumped the shark, and then now it's like you really only want to see a good match like that or don't bother. So people think there's going to be interference. For Roman's behalf, do you think the bloodline's going to interfere? Feels like it. All right, we'll see. The fact that they lost yesterday, that's a really good point. They did lose yesterday. So here they get their opportunity to kind of shine. 4-minute music to music. That's not bad. That's less. People are not doing the Roman Reigns sing-along. They're doing Seth Rollins sing-along. So Seth is more over with this crowd. You think they want this over by 8? I think everybody wants this over by 8. It'll be really interesting to see, though, besides potential interference, just if anything else interesting happens. I think that, 35 minutes until 8 o'clock, I don't think they're going longer than 20-something minutes, these two. I don't know. It's interesting. I guess the question is it just a little interference from the bloodline, or does it become like some overbooked craziness interference that nobody expects? You won't be surprised. No, I don't think Paul Heyman's going to show up here because it just seems like, oh, you mean for Roman? Like he's going to be back with Roman? Is that what you're saying? So I don't think he's going to be with Seth. When Heyman, Seth weighing in at 225, the usual weight of Jeff Hardy. That is interesting. I feel like the Heyman Rollins thing is not something we're going to see again. Not for any reason, good or bad, but I just think that was that great swerve at that time, and it worked well. But then with the way the whole vision fell apart and all that, I don't think that that's going to be revisited, especially with, I know that Heyman's not with the Vision now, but I would see him going back with Roman before that, even though I don't think Roman will be so quick to take him back. But since the bloodline's very much back in place, I don't know. Rollins is the one over with this crowd, though. That's for sure. Rollins looks a little ridiculous. The Vision, a stable that also, it's 100% lost. That was a cursed group for sure. A little slow to start here, huh? Rollins should just ship back to Raw. Isn't Rollins on Raw? CM Punk's on SmackDown. So you're saying Rollins should go to SmackDown to face CM Punk. I'm tired on those two as well. I want to see fresh matchups. This is riveting. I mean, Reigns has only had the title back since WrestleMania. Reigns versus Oba will be good. Rollins has been defeating everybody too as well. Sorry for talking with my mouth full. But like, Rollins did not need to beat Braun Breaker at whatever that last pay-per-view was that he did. Sorry. Reigns will not face Oba until they're ready to pass that torch on to Oba. I don't think Reigns versus Oba will go back and forth. I think that will be like decisive. Oba is the top guy at that point. That's why the NXT call-ups have been so weird lately. Still, Ruka gets a title but loses. Javon in the miss. Ricky doing nothing. These people need to work with the likes of Rollins and others. Exactly. I think that Ricky and Rollins would be a very interesting feud. I also think it's weird. I think what they've done with Joe Hendry has been weird. And I feel like somebody like Mike Santana is somebody who should have just went to the main roster instead of being somebody going to NXT. Because everybody knows who Mike Santana is. So that was really interesting. I can't remember what his name is now on NXT, but we all know he's Mike Santana. Yeah, Cruz, Montana. I can't remember that name for the life of me. But don't you think he should have just went straight to a main roster position? I know that WWE does that with people they get from AEW and TNA, but I just feel like he left TNA at the very same with Joe Hendry, left at the very top that they're there, and then they have them come over and then they're in NXT with like nobody. With the kids. Kind of like Jordan Grace. They should have had Jordan Grace go straight to the main roster. They had her in NXT, and then they bring her up to the main roster, and she gets injured by Jade. Now, Blake Monroe, that was all Toni Storm. So she was banished to her life of mediocrity, and I didn't think she was going to get over in NXT, and I don't think she's going to get over on SmackDown. I don't think they should have her and Tiffy interacting with each other because they're too similar. Yeah, AJ Styles was the outlier, but somebody like Mike Santana, definitely they should have trusted to do that with. And they should have trusted that with Joe Hendry too, especially with how hot Joe Hendry was and with the fact that they had Joe Hendry at WrestleMania as Randy's surprise opponent. Superman punch, huh? Ooh. Roman's teeth were glowing. Roman's teeth were as white as Seth's pants. I think we knew this would happen. Seth was going to have a counter for all of Roman's little moves because they faced each other 800 times. They need to trust you as well. Get you the contract. Cruz, Montana. I'm sure I'll remember that. I felt like somebody like Ricky Starks, wasn't he off AEW for a long time before he went to NXT? So that one kind of made sense to me because I don't think necessarily everybody knew who he was, but a lot of people knew who Mike Santana was. They shouldn't have changed his name, and they should have just had him be main roster. What's Seth gonna do? All right, Seth. Oh, blocked. All right. So I've only gotten, no, I've gotten 2 wrong tonight. So we'll see about this one. Oh, this isn't, we said this, I know me and Zane said this during the Mania, that this is not, yeah, Michael Cole's talking about it as well. It's not a no DQ match. Like, so they're letting them all out here, but technically they should be being count out. Just kind of makes you feel like this is all they can do to make this match interesting between the two of them. This already going to a usual formula. Roman retains here, no doubt. That's what I think too. The fact that they're outside, it's like, okay, they're just doing what they know works. To be honest, it makes me kind of feel like other matches tonight have been far more interesting than this one, since it's just so like these two, same old, same old. Oh, that did look like it hurt. I think that, oh, here's the spear. All right. Oh, all right, Rollins. I would have rathered the Intercontinental match went a little bit longer and they had some more interesting, juicy spots going on than this, redundant that we see every time these two are together. The sun is setting down here, East Coast ATL. You must be west like Arizona or Las Vegas. No, this is okay. I'm in Texas, Willie Stark. It's 7:38 here. So QOS Hot Wife DFW, Lilly Lonestar, Texas girl. But the sun is still out, that's for sure. This is not a no DQ. They're just not. Ooh. Rollins is taking some abuse, that's for sure. But this is not a no DQ match. This is just a match, a title match. So, yeah. Rollins is definitely taking some bumps tonight. Wow. I thought they did a really good job with last night's main event storytelling with the countouts and all that. These dudes are working WWE heavyweight match style. There's nothing wrong with that, but it gets old since we've seen the style Roman for 6 years. That's exactly right. I think that here's an analogy. I like baseball, or at least I like the sport of baseball. I don't really like what they've done to baseball in the last 5-6 years. Roaming through the tables. But one thing that they always try to do for baseball is they try to make it shorter. They not try to make it faster. They want there to be more home runs because that's more interesting to people. Always try to do for baseball is they try to make it shorter. They not try to make it faster. They want there to be more home runs because that's more interesting to people. And that's kind of like with wrestling. When we see the slower heavyweight style, you get kind of bored because we have an appetite for all the really great spots. Not everybody's going to do that, and not every match has to do that. You know, Gunther versus Nick Aldis was an amazing match last night, and it was not a spot fest. But when you get to the end and you have them working the slower heavyweight style, it needs to at least be a fresh matchup, I think. How about that, y'all? Texas is a huge state. If you knew what DFW stood for, though, then you would have an idea of where I am. Well, we know it ain't going to be a count out. You can't have the main event of SummerSlam be a count out. That's just very uninteresting. All right. No. Yeah, that ain't it. It legitimately looked like Rollins did the shoulder out for Roman. Didn't it? No, it looks like Rollins helped Roman out of that one. Both times they showed it, I thought that. I wouldn't be shouting, "This is awesome," but you never know. These dudes, they do have the crowd, and I don't know if I would be in it though if I was in the crowd. No, yeah, I think there's at least 5 more minutes to this match. But I'm happy that the crowd's into it. I mean, I think that's important. Took a long while for people to get into Punk versus Cody. That is true. That match, like once it got hot, it got hot, but it did take a minute. We were a little quiet on the stream yesterday during the beginning too, but when we got into it, we got into it. But this main event is still going on. The history of WWE. We got a slow, long, boring match with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Like I said, I think there's 5 more minutes left to this match, but at least they have the crowd into it. Roman retains, though, big time. Last night's match. Curb stomp. All right. Nope. I didn't think so. There hasn't been interference yet either, and y'all have been predicting interference. So this ain't over. I think that maybe they're trying to stretch it out for something exciting to happen. I don't know. Obviously, my stream's really into this match too because y'all ain't chatting with me anymore. You think the interference is coming soon? All right, well, we'll see. We'll see. It would just be interesting if they even just had, but would they have like a thing that was like bloodline rules or whatever, and then you would have them hanging out outside the ring, like, let's just make it juicier. Let's add something different if we're gonna have it, because this match is just, it's a little sloggy. 30,000 people could not think Seth is going to win on that. LOL. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't want there to be 10 more minutes of this match unless if something interesting happens, because this has been a little bit of a snore. I'm happy that they're interested, but it's not doing it for me. If Seth wins, Reigns going to go on his long break. Yeah. Oh, what if Roman starts doing the Tongan death grip? That would be interesting. Well, last time I predicted somebody wasn't going to tap out, I was wrong. So we're not going to make that prediction again. But I don't see this match ending like this. We'll see. I mean, let's be honest. Even if Roman retains, he goes on a long break because he's going to be promoting Street Fighter. Ooh. I didn't think so. There wasn't enough hype on that one. It was not juicy enough. The whole crowd on their feet and someone saying the audience is tired of Reigns. Yeah, I was saying the audience is tired of Reigns. They were rooting for Rollins, but they're into this match, and that's what matters. Here's the thing. If the crowd is into the match, then it makes us watching at home feel like we're missing out on something. So good for WWE having the crowd into the match, because a lot of these people spent a hell of a lot of money to be there. I find wrestling to be better to watch it on television, because when you're there, even if you have a good seat, it's like you still can't see everything like you do on TV. Oh, yeah. Roman is going to be gone for a couple months after this win or lose, because he ain't going to be at Money in the Bank. Yeah, that's for sure. We know we're not going to see any Wingstop chairs tonight, though. That would be against the rules. All right. It ain't it, though. It took too long. Yeah. I wouldn't call this a classic. Not to be negative, but these aren't riveting like false finishes. Doesn't look like one. Yeah, no, this isn't a classic. They should have had Obafemi and Brock Lesnar be like the night one Hell in a Cell main event, and they should have had. Oh, they bleeping. It's like, this is a PLA. We can hear whatever. And then they should have had CM Punk and Cody Rhodes tonight. It feels like we are on Monday Night Raw with this one. This isn't as good as Punk versus Roman from Mania. No, Punk versus Roman at Mania was really good, but obviously that's because of CM Punk's involvement and probably Paul Heyman's involvement. Well, this is just kind of like typical these two. Okay, curb stomp from Roman. Yeah, I didn't think so. This is what I want to see. All right, bring out the Usos and have them with Roman give Seth the triple power bomb like the Shield. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Yeah, I mean, the rain stomp was interesting for sure. I feel like it would be really hard to be a commentator, to like watch some stuff and then like come up with ways to find it to still be interesting and compelling when you're like, we've seen this same thing all the time. No, I didn't hear what Ron said. I was talking. And they're bleeping him out when he cusses on my stream. Omega versus Osprey is going to be damn good at the end of the month. That's going to be at All In. He said, you ain't going to call them Usos to come beat my ass. And Reigns was like, it's always been me. Okay. So that means there will be no interference, is what they're alluding to. Here we go. The official's down. Thanks for the stream, Lily. Really fun night. Have to head back out. Have a great night, everybody. Well, thanks for the stream. It's been fun chatting with you. A pedigree. Ref down, interference. I mean, yeah, ref. Well, but the ref's getting back up now. Oh. Yeah, first sneeze of the stream. I thought I would make it through without sneezing. All right, let's see. There's no ref. Oh my gosh. It's not like we didn't just do this last night. Thank you for the bless you for my sneeze. All right, everybody. Let's see something happen. I feel like that's really reaching Michael Cole. Michael Cole, you are so wrong. I do want to see this match end. I mean, one of the damnedest matches, really. It is. Yeah, one of the matches I never want to see end. It's like, The question is it a wing stop chair? No, this match is ending soon. This ain't gonna be no hour-long match. It ain't good enough. These two don't have enough stuff in them to make it that long. It's like Roman Reigns could have looked up at one of the screens that's showing people what's happening and saw Seth Rollins with him with the chair, maybe. All right. So now Roman's going to do the same thing. See, they're showing it on the screen. Oh. Roman's going to be the bigger man. 12 years in the making. Woof. This is just like unbearable. I think this is going so long that they're getting the audience out of it. And people are looking like, is anybody going to come interfere? Because this is getting boring. They're like, yeah, we need to sit down now. Nothing much to see. Nobody's coming. Does this mean the match starts now? Oh my God. I would die. That's so stupid. Oh my God, those kicks were bad. All right. Now I just want Seth to win because I want this to be done. All right. Watch it. Now he's going to get him instantly. It takes like 8 million moves to get Roman, but Roman's going to get Seth in like 2. Can they get a ref in this so it's done? Yeah, I know. Where's the ref? I didn't think about the fact that there's no ref still. What are they doing to us? It's why they're just trying to turn everybody off the product. Oh. Thank God it's over. I don't even care that my prediction was right. That was unbearable, y'all. I would have took interference. I would have took even Rollins winning if it could have been fairly interesting. Yeah. This was whack. What a way to put a bad taste in everybody's mouth to end SummerSlam. And then we got, at least for Raw tomorrow, we'll have some, people returning, what have you. Reigns had to call him. Yeah, that was really bad, y'all. That was really bad. I don't foresee anything happening. Oh, I forgot that my laptop that I'm streaming on right now is like 5 minutes behind or a couple minutes behind my watch. So I've been off on my time a little bit, but still. We got to make sure that we get the Lee Fittings and Paul Levesque thing at the bottom to know this is over. That was horrible. And you want to know what? Everybody knows that was horrible because I felt that Michael Cole's commentary was just trying so hard to make something interesting out of absolutely nothing. So, yeah. That was SummerSlam, y'all. I won't end the stream until we know that it's over, but we're almost done because that at least the rest of the night was great because that was a match. That was that. Can we not see these two have anything to do with each other for a year at least? Uh-huh. I don't think so. We'll see this again. Just not tomorrow. Really try to make something out of this. Like that, just be done. Like, can we get the credits rolling? What is it? This is bad. What does everybody's like? The crowd, is waiting. Like, please let something happen. That was so bad. Please, somebody return. But we just get to watch these two sweating in their corners. Oh, I'm sorry. They're going to shake hands now. That's what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Because, we need to sit around 5 minutes to wait for that to happen. Just the worst thing that could happen would be end the stream and then something juicy happens. Oh, I'm sorry. Not shake hands. Do their little shield fist bump. I had the time to start a book, finish it, write a thesis about it, and some free time left over. Yeah, this was bad. All right. Please. All right. Credits roll. This is a really bad ending. And you know what that's the whatever was said went away. This is the worst thing is that um the worst thing is that I think that they think this is good because they're milking the shit out of this boring ending. So I think that they think all of this is like great and they have all this suspense and really everybody's just like, is something else going to happen? Because otherwise nobody else would be watching it. There we go. Goodbye, everybody. It was a fun stream. Thank you so much for keeping me entertained through this. And what a shitty way to end, but we'll stream for Survivor Series. And if anybody knows anything, I have far more interesting streams that take place on my fan platforms. This is just for the wrestling fans. I'll talk to you later. Bye.